What's going on, everyone? SiNxRealize, aka Sin, aka Sinx, aka the thing you watch hands in, and I am your coach for the Toronto Tyrantrums. And as you guys can tell from the title, and if you guys also missed it, because I uploaded earlier about it, I am coaching, of course, as the Toronto Tyrantrums for a new draft league, the DBL Development Draft League, is I believe what it's called. It is ran by Old School Sin. So if you guys were a little bit confused by the video I uploaded about that, that was him, not me talking, except for me at the end where I just said who I was. But yeah, if you guys missed the draft, that did happen over on his Twitch channel. But I'm here, and we're going to break down exactly what we drafted in the exact order that we drafted. So if you guys are hyped for that, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. If you guys are ready to see the Tyrantrums win, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well as hitting that like button. But you know, I guess we might as well just get right into it, right? So our very first round pick, okay? So pretty much, so where I was on the ladder, it went snake, so it went down and then back up. So where I was second last in the first round, so that means the person after me picks twice and then I go again. So pretty much I almost had back-to-back picks. So I had to think about what my two picks were going to be. And in the first round, I literally right out the jump, I was going through everything. I was like, man, I want to pick a mega first round, just so that way I have that on lock and I won't never have to worry about it for the rest of the draft. So the first one that I went with is the one and only Mega Gardevoir. That is right, we are going with that Mega Gardevoir, folks. I ended up wanting to pick this because one, I fucking love Mega Gardevoir. It's a beautiful mod, especially shiny, so you'll most likely see this thing shiny quite often when I'm battling with it. If you take a look at its special attack, its special defense, its speed, oof, this thing is speedy and can hit like a truck. If I want to, I could run Energy Ball, I could run Shadow Ball, I could run Psychic. It also does have access to Healing Wish, it has access to Wish. This thing has access to like Hypnosis as well, Dream Eater, Stored Power. If I really wanted to be sneaky, I could throw a little bit of Destiny Bond on there. If I wanted to fuck with them a little bit more, I could throw on some Skill Swap, some Misty Terrain. Let's see what else is there. I got Heal Bell. So pretty much, this is a really big Cleric, I think is what it's called. Cleric. We also have, I think we have access to Trick Room. We should, right? Trick Room? Yeah, we do have access to Trick Room. So if we did want to try to set that up on them, we could very well do that. Yeah, we have access to so many moves. There's so many sneaky little things I could pull on this. I could pull a Dazzling Gleam. I could pull a Grass Knot. I could pull a Focus Blast if I really wanted to. I could pull a Charge Beam. Hell, I could pull a Rain Dance, okay? I could pull Rain Dance Sunny Day. I could taunt them, I could Hyper Beam them. I could Calm Mind right up on them. There's a lot of things that I can do with the Gardevoir, and I'm really excited to be able to use this, and I'm so glad that was my very first pick of this league. Also just clued in here, because over here I'm taking a look at Pokemon BB and all their moves. Apparently Gardevoir learns double team at level 1 as well as level 6. Fun fact. So if you missed out on ones, you can pick it back up. Yeah, that's pretty much about it for the Gardevoir. It is Psychic and Fairy, of course. Hits like a truck, and honestly, I think that this mon could do a lot of cleanup during like late game. It could definitely pick up a good amount of kills, most likely. And our second round pick to complement it was a Steel, because I had my Fairy. Of course, I still need to get a Steel and a Dragon. So my second round pick, I figured we might as well pick up some heat. Literally, we ended up picking up our boy Heatran, and Heatran here, I've seen it used quite often in VGC format. There is Flash Fire for its ability, so if anyone tries to throw a fire move at me, yeah, I'll fucking swallow that dog. I will swallow it. And then And pretty much with that, if they hit me with a fire move, I'll just spit a fire move right back at them, do a hell of a lot more than what they're doing to me. So this thing does have access to Solar Beam, has access to Earthquake, it has access to Fire Fang, Iron Head, Earth Power, Stone Edge, Magma Storm. This thing can literally deal so much, and also it is as well a Stealth Rocker, so I could use it to set up some rocks if I really need to. And I was gonna say something else. I don't know what I was gonna say, to be honest. Yeah, this thing could ultimately be ran both ways. Clearly, it has more special attack, so it's more likely to be ran as a special attacker. But if I really wanted to, I could run it as a mixed. Of course, ground is a really big weakness to the Heatran, so of course I'll need things that can counteract that. Which, speaking of that, our next pick is the perfect one to fend off those filthy little ground types. Our next one is Hydreigon. That's right, I ended up picking up Hydreigon. Of course, if you guys don't know what Hydreigon is, it is Darkened Dragon. So I figured I might as well pick this up to finish up the Dragon Fairy Steel Core. Holy shit, I am drawing a blank and I apologize. But yeah, this thing has the words holy. I literally can't even speak right now, and I apologize. It has the ability to levitate, making it so that way, you know, those grounds, laughable. Absolutely laughable. No ground moves are hitting this thing. Not today. Not unless they're pulling some gravity or switcheroo Iron Ball or something. It's the only way that they'll be able to do that. And also with this thing, it has really good special attack and attack. So this one as well, I could be sneaky and throw a few physical moves. Like, I could hypothetically throw on Outrage. I could throw on a Fire Blast. I could throw on a Flamethrower. I could throw on a Dark Pulse. I could throw on Fire Fang, Thunder Fang, Ice Fang. This thing actually has a lot of power to it. I could as well use it for speed control, throw up a little Tailwind, give it some of that tail action, you know. It does have access to U-turn as well, so I could use it to pivot as well. Has access to Thunder Wave, Focus Blast, Charge Beam, Steel Wing. It has a lot of good things. And also, side note, I noticed a lot of things can learn Rain Dance, Sunny Day, and all that other stuff. So like, I could ultimately just start memeing like a crazy son of a bitch and just start setting up different rain and all that. But of course, Hydreigon has a super huge weakness towards fairy types, which could easily put a stop to them without any issues. So what I probably could do is just swap out to Heatran if that's the case, or I could just grab something else that could most likely eat it. So since we had that core, I figured that I wanted to pick up a little bit more power with this. All right, so hear me out. I went for Entei. And yes, I know it is a fire type, and I already have another fire type. So with that, I was like, you know what? I want something that has a lot of power. It has good HP, it has good attack. Its defense ain't bad. It's really not bad, and it's just as fast as my Mega Gardevoir, I believe. Yes, it is. I just double checked. So this thing could be quite the speedy boy, very speedy. What still pisses me off is it has access to like the Rain Dance, Sunny Day, all that other stuff. That's like whatever. But the fact that it still doesn't have Earthquake sort of pisses me off. It does not have access to that, unfortunately, but it does have access to Bulldoze and Stomping Tantrum. Stomping Tantrum, of course, hitting a little bit more harder than Bulldoze, but Bulldoze can also lower speed, giving me as well some more speed control with that. I do have access to Substitute, Eruption, Extrasensory Roar. What I could ultimately do, use Heatran, set up the rocks, and then bring Entei out and just start roaring everything. That way everything gets hit by it. I could Sacred Fire everything and try to get burns on them. I could throw Shadow Balls at them. I could set up Reflex, I could Will-O-Wisp, I could Stone Edge. There is a lot of things that I could do with this. And of course, it would most likely be ran as a physical. What I could ultimately do is run Choice Band Sacred Fire. get something to throw up a sunny day as well. Why not? But this thing this thing can pack a wallop, that is for sure. I have seen in different leagues that this thing has put in the finest of work, and I honestly can't wait to use this in this format. So, and then I was like, you know what? We got the fire. We still need grass. We still need water. So I figured we might as well pick up next Blastoise. That's right. We ended up picking up Blastoise, and that's because 1, it's a water type. 2, it's not really a bad mon. Unfortunately, it is not the mega form, so that's kind of booty butt cheeks. I'm kind of curious on the stat differences. Oh yeah. Okay, so its offenses, its special attack and attack drastically increased. But for Blastoise, it is very bulky. It has great defense and special defense. It's also a very good rapid spinner as well. So I can give that bad boy a rapid spin. Give him that good old choice band rapid spin. You know what I'm saying? But like its attack and special attack are pretty much the same. I could run it as a mix. I could run it special. I could run it physical. It has access to Hydro Pump, Smackdown, Earthquake, Waterfall, Dark Pulse. I could start yawning things, put things right to sleep. It also has priority with Aqua Jet, which means that I could be going first. I could go with Muddy Water, try to drop their accuracy. I could also run Mirror Coat or Haze. I could run Haze to get rid of any stat boost, because I don't really think that I would be getting any stat boost from this, unfortunately. But there are a lot of good things I could do. I could hypothetically try bringing Earthquake if I see that they're going to be bringing screens with them. So that would definitely be something that is really interesting. I could run Liquidation. I could run Water Pledge. I could run Zen Headbutt, Outrage. There is a lot of things I can do. What's crazy? Hold on. Pause. I'm looking at this right now. Okay, this man gets access to Ice Punch, but none of the other elemental punches. Can someone please explain that to me? That makes zero sense. If he has access to Ice Punch, you would assume that he has access to the rest of them. But that's neither here nor there. But ultimately, this thing can do a good. This thing could put in work. It could definitely be a wall for sure. Definitely we'll be using it for to get rid of hazards, to get rid of a bunch of other shit, stat boost, you name it, and Blastoise can deal with it. So our 6th round pick was Nidoking. That's right. I decided to pick our boy Nidoking. I picked him because I really like Nidoking. To be honest, Nidoking is one of my top 3, I think, top 3 favorite Pokemons. Aside from Magikarp, I have Magikarp and Nidoking both right up there. Pretty sure it's like top 2, top 3. And honestly, it's a really good mod. I remember when I was trying to learn the red speed run, you actually have to go, well, just Gen 1 in general, you have to run through with a Nidoking. So the fact that I can bring the speedrun god with us is absolutely fantastic. Has access to all the elemental punches, has access to Iron Head, Head Smash. This thing, its attack is of course a little bit higher, but I could ultimately run special. I could go with a Sludge Wave. I could go with a Thunderbolt. I could go with a Fire Blast. I could go with the Earthquake Shadow Ball. This thing has a large variety of moves that I could go with. I could ultimately meme it up and give him good old Water Pulse or something like that. It does have access to Smart Strike, so even if my accuracy has been dropped, I'll be good to go. Also, I don't think one-hit KOs are allowed, because otherwise I would run Horn Drill. I believe that's a move, right? Horn Drill? That is what the move's called, am I right? Oh no, I might be dumb, but I think that's what's called. I don't know. But it does have superpower. It is also as well another Stealth Rock setter, so that could work as well in my favor. If I don't want to bring one, I can bring the other. Has access to Super Fang, so I could just instantly cut someone's HP right in half. Wouldn't even be a big deal. So then our pick after that, we ended up, I needed a grass type, so why not go with Virizion, the grass fighting legendary Pokemon. Is it legendary or is it mythical? I think it's legendary. But anyways, this thing is very bulky on the special defense side. It is very fast. I think this is actually the fastest thing I have, is it? I think it is. Yeah, Virizion is the fastest mod I have with 108 base speed. Its attack and special attack are the same, so I could run mix or I could run one or the other. It does have access to close combat, Leaf Blade to try to get those sweet crits. Could run Sacred Sword. We could run Giga Drain if we really want to. I believe it also has access to what is it? Does it have access to it? I'm thinking Leech Seed. I'm not too sure if it has access to that. I'm personally not seeing it here. I could run Swords Dance on it, try to predict the swap. It is able to set up screens as well. I'm seeing Light Screen and all that here. I could run Focus Blast. I could run Aerial Ace. It's ultimately it's a good amount of things. There is definitely a good amount of ways that I could run this. Obviously, from what I'm seeing, it knows a lot more physical than special moves, but I could meme it up, go with a Hyper Beam. I could ultimately go special if I really wanted to, if I really felt like being cheeky. That is a possibility. And this is just a mod that I really like. So that was the main reason that I picked it up. I needed grass, I needed fighting. That covers both sides. We're good to go. So then, as we are getting closer to the end of this draft, the 8th round, I decided to pick a Rotom Fan. I need an electric type, I needed a flying type. So why not Rotom Fan, right? So with this, what I noticed when I was drafting was that every single Rotom, except for the base one, they all have the same stats. The only difference is their weaknesses. And by the time that it got to me, because I was really up in the air about picking a Rotom, I was like I kind of want Rotom Wash. I want Rotom Heat, but I already have 2 fire types. Honestly, I probably would have picked a Rotom Mow over Rotom Fan, but unfortunately, it did get sniped from me. So that was a Super Fields Batman. So I was like, so in my head, I was like, all right, do I want Rotom Frost or do I want Rotom Fan? So I ended up ultimately going with the Rotom Fan. It has it's only weak to 2 things, Rock and Ice. It resists Fighting, Grass, Steel, Bug, Flying. It of course ground moves don't hit it. Even though honestly I kind of find it funny because it is a flying type, but it also has Levitate. So that's a little bit of a meme thing that I noticed. It does have access to Shockwave. It has access to, of course, the Rain Dance, Water Pulse, etc., etc. Ultimately, I could run this thing really bulky, and it has access to Volt Switch, so that means I could as well use that as a pivot. I could go with Pain Split. Also, I just noticed this thing has Electro Web as well. I guess that's new to this gen. I could run Electro Web. I could run Defog on it as well to get rid of hazards. I don't think it has really anything else to set up hazards. Not from what I'm seeing, anyways. It can set up screens, or at least, yeah, it can set up screens. I could go with Will-O-Wisp and then Hexam. I'm not too sure if I can run Ominous Wind, but I can't remember if that's allowed or not, but that is a possibility. Emphasis on possibility. I could trick a Choice Scarf onto something. Start to mess with them there a little bit. I could go. I have words. Holy shit! I could go Uproar. There isn't really like too much about this. It's not super special, of course. It does have a higher special attack, so of course running it special is probably the best way for me to go about it. It doesn't have a wild move set either. It has this like general like electric type moves. Good amount of TMs, all that other stuff. So then our next pick, I was trying to think of all the typings that I needed. I needed Ghost. I needed Ice. I needed Normal. That was pretty much about it. I can't remember any of the other ones off the top of my head. So I figured this next pick, I figured I might as well go with Frostlass. I personally thought Frostlass was a really good mon for me to pick. Just because of how fast it is. It actually, and to correct what I said earlier, Virizion is not the fastest mon on the team. Our boy Frostlass is, I believe. I just want to make sure I have a fact straight before I get snapped on. No, we're good. Frostlass is the fastest with 110 base speed. It has overall just average stats. The highest one is 80. The 80 attack, 80 special attack. So ultimately could be mixed if the rest of the stats are 70. It does have access to Destiny bonds, so that's definitely something that I could try to pull over someone. I'll be like, you think you're gonna kill me? Nah, I'm bringing you down with me, B. I could go fake tears. I could give it spikes. I could give it spikes to set those up. I have access to Ominous Wind. I have access to Switcheroo, so if I wanted to pull the Scarf swap again, or just any sort of swap, I could be cheeky, and end up grabbing Weather Ball, set up some sort of thing. And also, I do have access to Aurora Veil. I'm not too sure if that is legal. If it is, then fucking delicious, nutritious. So that way, that could be a possibility. We have access to Draining Kiss. We have access to Thunder, Shadow Ball. A lot of the general moves. But I know that a Frostlass could put in the work if it is given the chance to do so. I could hit him with the good old Wake Up Slap. I could hit him with a Ice Shard, an Icy Wind, a Blizzard. I could set up Hail, hit him with the Shadow Ball. Regardless, I could put in some mean work with this thing. So then our round 10 draft pick was Tauros. As I said, I was needing a normal type, and also I clued in closer to the end of the draft. I was like, I don't have anyone with Intimidate, so I figured the best thing for me to do was grab someone with Intimidate. The only options, there was only like a handful of options left for me. I could have grabbed Scrafty. I could grab Scrafty if I wanted to, but I was like, I don't need a fighting type. I don't need a dark type. Did I need a dark type? No, I don't. I didn't need a dark type, so I ended up grabbing the normal type Tauros. It does have access as well to Sheer Force, I believe. Yeah, it has Sheer Force. It has Anger Point. So hypothetically, if I get crit, you'll be like, oh boy, I'm gonna be hella mad at you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I can pull one of those on him instead of running an Intimidate. Its attack is really fucking high. It's 100, and it, as well as speed ties with the Frostlass with 110 speed. Special attack is absolute booty butt cheek, so of course this thing will be ran physically. It has some pretty good defense as well. Its special defense is average, 75 HP as well. And this thing could, ooh, boy, could it hurt hard. I could give it Endeavor if I really wanted to. I could give it probably Earthquake. I think, yeah, I have access to Earthquake. I have access to a lot of physical moves. I could Stone Edge. I could Bulldoze. I could get Impact. I could Thrash. I could go with the Zen Headbutt. I could rest. I could do Iron Tail, Iron Head. He has an overall good variety of moves. Oh, and he also has access to Wild Charge, so I could do that. Sorry, there was a fly or something in my face. It's bothering me. I also have access to Work Up, so I could do that. Yeah, I really thought that this mon would be pretty good. It does get a lot of physical moves, so his move pool is quite large. So that's the main reason I picked him. And then for the final pick, I was kind of thinking. I wasn't really too sure what I should go with, because I still had one free spot, and I figured I might as well go with Tornadus Incarnate. Of course, earlier on, the words Tornadus Therian form was already scooped up with Regenerator and whatnot, so that's super unfortunate for me. But as everyone knows, and if you guys don't know, Tornadus is the only pure flying type Pokemon. So that is definitely something interesting. It has a really good attack and special attack. And now, I didn't notice until now, it is the fastest mon on my team with 111 base speed. It has some pretty good, it has half decent HP, half decent defense, special defense. Of course, this thing is pretty fast and can hit, so it definitely has that going for it. I could run this thing mix, I could run it Hammer Arm, I could run it Dark Pulse, and also this thing does have access to Defog, which will give me something to be able to what am I saying? Hazard removal. It does have access as well to U-turn, so if I just want to hop on right out of there, I can do that. It's not a big deal. But essentially, with Tornado's Eye, it has the exact same moveset as the Therian form. The only difference is its stats, and from what I'm seeing here, really, I'm just seeing see a drop in attack, a special attack, a little increase to his defenses, making him a little bit more bulky and making him a little bit faster. By about like 10 points, I believe it is. Yeah. So I could run Sludge Bomb as well, Sludge Wave, Taunt, Pin Power, Rain Dance, Fly. I also have access to Knock Off as well, so that'll really help me out there as well. And also we have Heat Wave, Icy Wind, all that other good stuff. He has a pretty good wide variety of moves. I'm excited to use this team, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this draft analysis, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the bell to notify whenever a video goes up, and support those Toronto Tyrantrums. We do have Toronto Tyrantrums merch as well. Check the description to words. Holy shit, look at that. And I hope you guys are as hyped as I am for this draft league. Because we're doing a lot of battles now, boy. We are doing a lot of them. But anyways, I'm gonna head on out of here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.